Do you have a dedicated home theater and want some good stuff to watch for this Halloween? Well, I'm going to give you some 4K disc recommendations of movies that look and sound great and will certainly test out your home theater system. If you're like me in October, you like to put into rotation more than usual when it comes to movies that fall under the horror or thriller genre, or just movies to give you the creepy atmosphere all around. It doesn't even have to be horror. But if you're also a home theater fan like I am, you want some movies sometimes to test out your system that have both visual and audio presence, more so than your average film. Thankfully, especially now when it comes to the 4K format, we are getting more than ever those kind of movies on 4K. And I, for one, am all here for it. But sometimes you just want to have the best of the best. So I'm going to give you some recommendations in this video of some 4K discs that you should definitely try out on your home theater system. If you're a fan of vampires, I could easily do a top 10 list just on this alone. But for this video, I'm going to give you a couple of movies that were released this year that look and sound excellent on 4K. Beginning with Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, which, in my opinion, has one of the best sound designs of 2025. It'll certainly make my end of the year list. And it just has such a great audio presence. I love it. Visually, it's creepy, it's atmospheric, it's not too showy, it's not a whole bunch of color and HDR pop, quote unquote, but it looks very filmic, and I just love the whole package all around. Nosferatu, I love it. But it definitely is something to test out your system, and I give it a high recommendation. And the other one is going to be director Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Another visual, really looks good. It does. It looks really great. But unlike anything else on this particular list, it also includes the IMAX aspect ratio. So you get those IMAX scenes. It opens up the framing very well, and done, and a couple times it does so in a very clever way. Also, the sound is really top notch. It's a lot of music infused elements here. And of course, when the action kicks in, sounds really good. This is also a well done audio track and easily one of the best of the year. But both of these movies, try them out in your home theater. I do not think you'll be disappointed. If ghost stories are more your thing, I highly recommend you check out director Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak, released on 4K from Arrow Video. This is a top notch presentation. I love how this one was released. And if you're an extras fan, it's got a lot of content in here as well. Highly recommended for that alone. But visually looks fantastic. Beautiful picture. I am very impressed with how this one looks, especially with HDR and Dolby Vision. And the audio, DTSX, which to be fair, came on the previous Blu-ray, but it sounds really good, very immersive, lots of creepy atmospherics going on here. I love how this one turned out. This one gets a very high recommendation, and one that you're probably not even thinking of, the Criterion Collection's 4K release of The Others. Wow, I love it. Visually looks good, and it also does not include HDR and Dolby Vision, but quite frankly, I think the director intent on this one is more than satisfying. But the Atmos on this is like chef's kiss. That good. Very, very creepy. There is some clever overhead engagement on this one. I don't want to spoil it, but it's just, let's put it this way. You might want to just keep an eye on the sound levels on that, but it is so good. So good. I love how this turned out. But yeah, there are some really solid ghost stories that also make for excellent 4K discs. Staying in the otherworldly for a moment, but going just a little bit darker. If you like movies with demons, I've got a couple recommendations I want to share with you. The Nun. I recommend this one. I will die on the hill that this has some of the best creepy atmospherics, the set design, and it's actually, in my opinion, very underrated. But if you're a 4K fan and you have this one on physical 4K, this has got a rockin' Dolby Atmos. It is serious. It means business. Everything fires off on all cylinders, and visually it looks good. Black levels are dialed in nearly perfect. I think the movie has some great atmosphere, and I enjoy it. I know it gets a bit of a bad rap, but I'd say go in, open your mind to it, and if you like something to watch on a dark night, you're all alone in the house, this one will definitely up the creep factor, and the 4K presentation is more than satisfying. And another one I want to share, Evil Dead Rise, released by Warner Brothers a couple years ago. This is a really rockin' 4K disc. The Atmos on this one is hard hitting, it's very heavy handed, lots going on. If you have a dialed in home theater setup, you're getting a lot to enjoy when it comes to audio cues. It's very immersive. And visually, dark movie, but I think it comes across very, very well. But I recommend both of these. These are definitely something that will test out your home theater system and give you the creeps at the same time. Going into the Undead territory, there are a couple movies that definitely sound and look really good on 4K. Overlord. I use this one a lot of times to show off to my friends as far as impact and low end presence goes. And it also makes for a very entertaining visual experience. It's a really good movie. It is. It has a unique style, and I think something that if you are somebody that loves your home theater and all the benefits it gets, try out Overlord. It's one that I definitely recommend. And going things a little bit lighter, Corpse Bride just recently came out, and this is a fantastic 4K release. The upgrade on this one is top notch. It looks really, really beautiful. And they also gave us a Dolby Atmos upgrade. It's nothing earth shattering, but it adds a lot of immersive elements and it's very entertaining. Home theater fans should definitely check it out. It is a clear upgrade over the Blu-ray, so I recommend both of these. Check them out. If you want to go old school, I highly recommend you pick up at least the import version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Second Sight. That label, they do the Lord's work when it comes to 4K releases. I am actually pretty envious of our UK friends. They get this one on the regular, but it is, in my opinion, the best presentation. You get that gritty, raw look, filmed on 16 millimeter. Grain is nice and chunky, but it looks really, really, really solid. And the Dolby Atmos also included on this one. It's very good. It doesn't destroy what came before. Of course, you also have the original audio, but for those that enjoy a good Dolby Atmos upgrade on classic horror films, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I do highly suggest you check this one out as well. And while this is kind of in its own little genre, The Lighthouse from director Robert Eggers. I know I did a previous film of his, Nosferatu, which I stand by, but the creepiness and just general atmospherics of The Lighthouse, filmed in black and white, and it only has a 5.1, but that one puts in a lot of work, a lot of immersive elements. Very good. I would just recommend this one to anybody who wants a good creepy film. And the 4K edition, released from A24, this one gets a high recommendation from me. I would definitely suggest you check this one out as well. And hey, we may be in October, but why not inject a little bit of Christmas into this? Shout Factory's 4K release of Krampus, in my opinion, it's a very solid 4K that you test out in your home theater, and you're going to get some satisfying results both visually and audibly. I like it. It's got that Christmas aesthetic, lots of reds and greens and just colorful, but it's also gloomy, atmospheric, and with HDR and Dolby Vision included, it accentuates that palette very well. And the Dolby Atmos, it's pretty hard hitting. Those stomps from Krampus as he's jumping from roof to roof. Wow, that's some very cool stuff. And just the general atmosphere and surround activity is well done. The Atmos on this one is it's a lot of fun, very enjoyable. So if you're getting out of October and going into the holiday season, check this one out. But you could easily watch this one in the month of October. And if you like superheroes and a little bit of horror, I would also highly suggest you check out Brightburn on 4K, released by Sony. I love this one. This is another demo disc. Has a really good visual look and HDR support on this. Brings out the colors very well. I like it. But the Dolby Atmos is the real showstopper here. This is some hard hitting stuff. You are going to feel those impacts. A lot of creepy moments that populate the surround environment very well. I think it's a very effective Atmos track. Once again, hard hitting. So make sure you have your sub dialed in for this one. Honestly, there are a lot of horror movies or thrillers or just some fun Halloween themed movies that look and sound great on 4K. I could do a whole hour long video on just all of them. But now that's where I'm going to leave it to you. What movies in the horror genre, whether light or some hardcore stuff, look and sound great on 4K? Sound off down below. Let the rest of us know what your picks and recommendations would be. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.